We continue our exploration of the techniques Uncharted 2 uses to help create the wonderful pacing that it has. This time we will talk about contrast. Let's take a look at our chart from the second video. In the middle section we have pretty much non-stop action that keeps getting more and more intense, culminating in the famous train ride levels. After them though, we pretty rapidly drop down to the calmest chapter of the entire game. You can't even jump there, you don't fight, you just walk around, greet people, play with children and pet yaks. This is contrast, and it is very important for player engagement. People get used to things, that's just the way we are, and so if they wouldn't, you switch things up. Keep in mind though that contrast is not just about variety, which we have discussed in one of previous videos. Contrast is about changing things in the opposite direction. This is why a whole sequence of ever-increasing action is followed up by a chapter of absolutely no action at all. And that is the most efficient way to achieve contrast, by drastically changing intensity and the predominant type of actions. That being said, this is not the only way. You can also achieve contrast by changing the approach to the actions. For example, in this section closer to the end, you predominantly do only combat. However, in these 3 chapters, you're not in control of what's happening and always have to scramble and adapt to survive. But in the following 2 missions, most of the time you keep control of the situation and how the engagement will go. That said, while this type of contrast is enough to keep players engaged, it might not necessarily be as memorable as the type discussed before. One last important note about contrast is that you can't do it too often. If you do, players just won't be able to get a proper taste of any kind of gameplay. So, you first keep players engaged by varying things up within a certain context, and then continue engaging them by switching the context through contrast, and repeat after a certain time. With this, we conclude our exploration of Uncharted 2's pacing and what makes it so good. I hope you have enjoyed this series as much as I have enjoyed making it. I'm sure there are many details that these videos might not necessarily cover, so if you want, let's discuss them in the comment section. A special thank you goes to my patrons for supporting my channel, that really means a lot. If you'd like, feel free to support my campaign at patreon.com/Farlands. And regardless, be sure to like and subscribe to keep track of when future content appears on the channel. Thank you very much.